Hello everyone, I am Hope June. Today I am here to see the complete plot of the latest One Piece manga chapter 1090, titled Admiral's Restoration. At the end of the chapter, Luffy and his crew successfully capture Desire York and have a conversation with Vice Admiral Onigashima. At this moment, Luffy takes over the phone and instinctively introduces himself as Monkey D. Luffy, the man who will become the Pirate King. He then informs Onigashima that he has formed an alliance with Dr. Vegapunk. If Onigashima wants to get York back, he must withdraw all his fleets from Onigashima. Upon hearing this, York immediately cries for help, while Onigashima remains silent. The Marines shout at Luffy, calling him despicable, as they realize that Morgans has eavesdropped on the phone call. Morgans truly lives up to the name of the great news Morgans. After hearing Luffy's message, he becomes particularly worried. At this moment, Onigashima suddenly asks Luffy, "Are you Monkey D. Luffy, the Straw Hat Luffy? Who else is with you?" Luffy honestly answers that everyone, including the injured, is with him. However, Robin interrupts Luffy's words to prevent any leakage of information, but Onigashima hears Robin's voice and confirms that she is on Onigashima. The conversation ends between the two sides. Luffy is then scolded by his companions for not leaking any information. On the other hand, Sakazuki emphasizes to the Marines that there are 3 targets that need to be protected. The first is York, the second is the Punk Hazard Brain data storage, and the third is the special energy factory that produces the sacred Mother Flame. Sakazuki demands that the Marines spare no effort to protect these 3 things. Obviously, Sakazuki is prepared to eliminate everyone on the island. He emphasizes that humans and insects are no different, and even if their numbers are small, they will reproduce again. In addition, Sakazuki and Vice Admiral discuss Rob Lucci, indicating that he is a key piece for them. Meanwhile, York begs the Straw Hat crew for mercy, stating that he has fulfilled his agreement with Onigashima. If Luffy and his crew do not keep their promise, they will be destroyed by the Marines. Nami picks up her Climattact and is about to attack the hostage, but Zoro stops her in time. York can only cry pitifully, saying that he wants to complain. At this moment, Robin smiles, and Chopper asks if her illness has improved. Now that everyone is gathered together, Luffy and Bonnie are eating voraciously, while Nami is bullying York. Kaku feels extremely guilty for being injured by 2 Cypher Pole agents, and the others exchange information. It has been confirmed that several people have died, including number 1, the Honorable Family, and number 4, the Wise Betas. Additionally, 4 people have been seriously injured, such as Edison. Lily is feeling very guilty about all of this. At this moment, Kaku suddenly notices that Lucci is saying something strange, but Lucci simply replies that he is talking to himself. Both Kaku and Lucci are lying. In fact, he is secretly contacting the Navy outside. Afterwards, Usopp contacts the basement of the Research and Development City, only to find that all the imprisoned CP5, CP7, and CP8 agents have regained their freedom. Some of them are very grateful to the Straw Hat crew, while others continue to see Luffy as an enemy. In the corner of the basement, there are angels trapped in bubbles. These bubbles, called Pop-Pop Lilies, were previously used against the Snake Princess. They are made from the energy of the sea, similar to the Sea Tower. Therefore, the bubbles have a restraining effect on Devil Fruit users or sub-angels. Currently, the sub-angel is communicating with Luffy and the others through a Den Den Mushi. Xiaoying is angry at being trapped in a bubble, while the Snake Princess reassures them that they haven't received orders to eliminate them. Upon hearing this, the agents all breathe a sigh of relief. At this moment, Frankie thanks the Snake Princess over the phone, saying that she has revealed the truth for everyone. However, Buggy is very surprised as to why the Snake Princess would behave this way. It turns out that Luffy had asked the Snake Princess for help in saving his friends not long ago, and she agreed to his request. She was so embarrassed that her eyes turned red and she couldn't look Luffy in the eye. It turns out that the Snake Princess, like the Snake Empress, has fallen in love with Luffy. It was the Snake Empress herself who turned green. And both Saint Ping and Buggy have noticed this phenomenon. Buggy speculates that this is a clone, inheriting the Snake Empress love gene. Luffy then thanks the Snake Princess again, but she mishears his words and thinks he's saying, "I love you." She goes into a frenzy and says that the biggest problem now is the Boundary Dome. The defense system cannot be deactivated, and no one can escape because York modified the password for the Boundary Dome. He also hid the information that should have been shared with Buggy. Now, this password is York's shield. After Lily knows about it, she almost wants to beat up York. Now, Sisu is worried about the Navy's encirclement, and Sanji has given up on Nami and is fawning over Sisu. Suddenly, Buggy asks if Nami is a navigator, and Nami answers yes. His pointer shows the next place the Straw Hat crew is going to, which is the giant island of Elbaf. Perhaps Luffy and Usopp are extremely excited about this, as they have wanted to visit the giant island for a long time. Now, luckily, the Sunny is also in the research and development city. Although the Navy has surrounded the port, everyone can leave from the northeast direction of Aegis Gate. This is because the Pacifista robot, PX-0, is near the Sunny. The Pacifista's power allows it to fly in Aegis Gate's airspace, so everyone can break through the Navy's encirclement. After leaving Aegis Gate's airspace, the Pacifista's power will crash, and Frankie has modified the Sunny for this purpose. Tank power can fly out of the island 1 kilometer away, break through the encirclement, and escape the naval pursuit. Finally, everyone has formulated an escape plan. Environmental Protection expresses that the first thing to do now is to close the Celestial Dome. Although York repeatedly emphasized that he would not reveal the password, a few beach punks began to decipher the password. They shouted not to underestimate the greatness of Beach Punk. Of course, once the boundary dome is lifted, everyone will also be attacked by the Navy. So the timing of this operation is crucial. Next, everyone will take action and rush to the location of the Sani ship. Lilies is also very excited to be able to leave Future Island because she has never seen the outside world. In addition, Bonnie's mood has become much happier. He said he has given up on killing Beach Punk, so all grievances can be let go. On the other side, the Navy suddenly received a transmission from Lucci. Lucci reported the situation inside Eggerhead to the Navy. At the same time, Shatan and Kizaru had a one-on-one conversation. Kizaru initially said that the current situation is controlled by the Straw Hat Group. But Shatan asked if the boundary dome is a laser weapon, and Kizaru fruit ability happens to be able to manipulate lasers. So Huan Yuan has the ability to pass through the boundary dome. At this moment, Huan Yuan reluctantly said that this is indeed possible, but the battle escape below is his friend's. Therefore, Kizaru does not want to launch an attack. Seeing this, Shatan ordered that Kizaru must ignore this point. Helpless, Kizaru could only say that this would violate his principles, but he is still making a final effort. He said that once the battle escape is attacked, both pacifists and mechanical sea beasts will launch an attack, which will cause immeasurable losses to the Navy. Obviously, Wang Yuan does not want to attack Eggerhead, but unfortunately, he is just an employee and still has to listen to the orders of the 5 elders. At this time, Shatan asked for the location of the Holy Flame Energy Factory. Unexpectedly, Luffy sent out all the information the Navy needed. Kizaru said half full and half flat that Lucci is very cunning and smart. Next, the entire Navy is ready for battle. Several admirals are also eager to try. Some admirals are masters of the 6th Division, some admirals want to rescue the agents, and some admirals have already begun to deploy attack methods. It seems that a big battle is about to break out. At the same time, Luffy and his group arrived near the Sani ship. The ecological environment of this land is modeled after the Sky Island, which makes Luffy particularly excited. On the other hand, Kizaru led the Navy to launch an attack. He used the departure end to turn into light speed. He saw Kizaru passing through the mechanical sea beasts and the numerous buildings of Eggerhead. At this moment, Battle Escape has just issued an attack order. He asked pacifists and sea beasts to eliminate all enemies. Just then, Kizaru had already arrived in front of Battle Escape. He attacked while asking if he was ready. Battle Escape, on the other hand, took a defensive posture and said that his defense is the strongest in the world. The two had a fierce collision, and the terrifying aura even shook the research and development. At this time, everyone noticed a beam of light rushing up from below. Luffy also saw the future through the color of observation. That is a very powerful person. Above is the entire plot of One Piece 1090. It seems that the War Escape King has been defeated by the Restoration, and the Restoration is about to kill Luffy and his crew to prevent them from escaping. The next chapter is likely to feature a showdown between the Straw Hat Pirates and the Restoration. Lucci's betrayal is also a major plot twist, which makes people very excited for the upcoming intense battles. Lastly, for those who love the One Piece series, please remember to like and follow me. It means a lot to me. See you next time. Thank you and goodbye.